Hello folks, one more time, welcome to my channel. Let me tell what is on today's agenda. I got this chuck from time when I had this small Myford 7 lathe, okay, but what happened with it, it had a Morse taper 1 end which was smashed, broken and neglected big time. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to make number 2 out of it. So I did some welding and tried to did that, and then I looked how much that cost, and that was like 17 bucks, and I just gave up, didn't want to do it. But at the same token, a place where you can go and buy that extension for the chuck is probably 25 kilometers away from me, and I'm too lazy to drive, especially on Sundays on that one. However, I had mixer which I pull apart, and this is a shaft from that mixer, and this is a Morse taper 4, and that will eventually look somehow like that. Okay, so this is what I'm about to do, and this chuck will be dedicated chuck for this lathe, because then I don't have to put those extension and all these other bits and bobs in. So first point of call is, what will I do? I will chop this bit off. We'll chop this top off, this bit off, because it has a hole 40 odd mil deep inside, and I don't need that, see, because that's a basically length that I require for that. So I'll chuck that up, I'll cut that off, and daddy, steady, and we'll see how we go. So bear with me, I'll set myself in the lathe, and we'll go from there. Here we go, guys. I'll just try to fix this up to see what you can see. Okay, let's do some business. Have to make a few other bits and bobs as always, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, this is my cutter, the one I made long ago, and there's a video about it. This is a blade from woodworking blade, and it has the same sort of a material like in the bought one. Actually, I did bought one a few weeks back, and that lasted bugger all. So that's rubbish. So this is has HSS steel, and this is rubbish. So if you go in shopping, if you want to buy these things, don't waste your money. What I have is a bloody blade from God forgive me and help me. Yeah. This blade is a blade which is inside here, so we'll see how that works. So just bear with me. It is a bit of a cafafellini, should I call it. Okay, let's straighten this up, something like that. Bang, that's that. That's good. Okay. Rightio. Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards here. Let's put this shit in. And choppity chop chop. No more. Okay. So I'm gonna chop that off somewhere here where that line is. And that should be alright. Hopefully this works. Hopefully that wants to cut. A bit crook. It's a bit crooky. Yabba dabba doo. Let's see this one. Yeah, that's better. That's better. The only thing is, it is a little bit too fast. It is a little bit too fast. Let me see what you see. Do you see what I see? Yes. Okay. Righty then. Too fast we said, did we? Let's say 132 rounds per minute. Yeah, that's not bad. Hopefully I have put the knife in high enough or low enough. We'll see how we go. We'll see how this works. Maybe it doesn't want to work. If it doesn't want to work, I'll change it. But it cuts alright. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm afraid to push any harder. Last time when I pushed that new one, it snapped like a bloody match. So, oops. So this one, wait a sec. That doesn't cut best. I didn't put any oil. What I'll do, I'll drop the speed down even further. Tighten this up a bit better. Okay. Let's see how we travel now. I should be really putting some oil in here. No, that is not cutting. Okay, let me put the HSS steel, which somebody else has sharpened up properly, and that is this sucker. So we'll see how this one's gonna work. Hopefully this one makes a bit of a mess. Jesus. One day I'm gonna be brave and I'll go into the shop and I'll buy a proper parting tool. This is good this one is good for aluminium, but it's definitely not good enough for this sort of stuff, so it is what it is. Okay. So that's a contraption. That's a contraption that I made. It's probably not sharpened up properly, which I still don't know how to sharpen up the thing the way it should be, but it is what it is. We'll do the shit with this one. We'll do the shit with this one and see how this one plays. Amount of work that I do, it's not feasible to buy all gear for this, and mind you, I could cut that on a grinder or other way. So to need specialized tool, it is okay. Who does this for a living? Not me. Not me. I'm just mucking around, wasting my Saturday, wasting my day off. That's what I do. And that's what it is. Okay. Let's see how this one paints. Alright, let's see the middle. No, it's not the middle, needs to go upsy daisy. Okay. So, in order to go up, I need this bit. Yeah. And see, this is why video gets too long, because you try something, it doesn't work, then you have to go for something different. But then on the end of the day, you can always grab the bloody grinder and do the business. Probably this much, eh? How's that? Maybe a little bit too high, but that's alright. That's alright. I'm not gonna fucking bore you with that shit. Let's see, what will this one say? Or will this one want to say anything? This is a bit of a tool that a friend of mine, Paul, has sharpened up. It cuts alright, I guess. What about a little bit faster? Huh? Let's try that. let's see, even faster than that. 180 rounds per minute. I'll stick a bit of a glue, oil. Oh yeah. But I'm afraid to put the bloody automatic feed. Probably too high. Needs to come down a touch. Needs to go down Mickey Whisker. Let's say this much. Okay. Almost there. This is 2-3 mil. Okay, I'll snap that off. I'll snap that off because I don't know, am I in the middle or not? That's not that hot. It is hot, but not that hot. Well. Okay, let's see. Let's see, how do I look for the middle? Fucking not bad, eh? Alright, now we can speed up the process. that's that. Took way too long, but that's because I wanted to see how that works, what sort of a material that is. That's probably some, God knows what sort of a material that is, but anyway, it did the job. It did the job. This is another of my homemade tools. Let's see how that one works. I'll just clean this off. Have to turn this. Have to flip this around a bit. Yabba dabba doo. It's a little bit. That's better. This is automatic feed. Nice. Okay. What I'll do next, I'll punch the center in it. I'll punch the center in it, and yeah, center it is. Bear with me. Bear with me, guys. It is so hot outside that you would not believe, okay? Have to find the center. I'll stop for a sec. There we go, guys. The thing is in. Center drill is in. Let's try to drill it. That's that. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's set in between the, what's the name? Edge. Oh well, you can see what I'm talking about. I'm lost for words. what I'll do now, I'll just do one small pass just to see how does that look like in regards to the setting of the lathe. Because what happened the other day, I have put the feet on the lathe and I didn't level that up properly. So anyway, this is the order this thing will go here. I'll make this here, and the other one, Morse taper 4 will come on this end, but I have him in here, so I can't show it to you what I'm meaning. But basically, it's going to go like this. So this is the first port of call. Before that, I'll just do the slim pass and see how do we look. Radio. Okay, so let's see. Well, that first angle, I think it's 1.5 degrees or something. I still have to look in the books, and but I believe it's 1.5 degrees. So let's do this light pass. the area where the bearing was. A little bit prouder than the rest of it. Might not be enough room. To stop because I haven't got enough room. Yeah, this is how much I'm missing. Wait a sec. That's better. What will we do? We'll speed up again. And I'll clean this up. And then I'll go one more pass. Cool. That hasn't cleaned up properly. So what we'll do, we'll go back and do one more pass. And then we'll see how we travel. That's us. Okay, let me see. Are we? Yeah, we are taping this. I thought I wasn't taping it. Okay, so what I'll do now. That's all right. Nice. Not even warm. I just went light pass. So what I'll do now, I'll just measure here and measure here. That's probably 200. So we'll see what is the discrepancy between two sides. So let me grab a micrometer and I'll go from there. Get back to you then.